Hello and welcome back to my channel. I've decided I'm saying that. And what are my intros? Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you know, I'm still trying to do the same thing. Hello, welcome back. That sounds so me. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Yeah. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you did Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Francesca and I post videos every Saturday except for that one Saturday I didn't post because I didn't like the video that I had and I ended up uploading it anyways. So it's been like 2 weeks since I filmed something and I think I've forgotten how to talk. So if I am extra rambly this video and make a lot of mistakes, it is because I have not talked to my camera in about 2 weeks. Today I'm going to be doing my February favorites. If you don't know, I used to do them weekly on my blog and then I did them bi-weekly and then I just decided I'm just gonna save them all for one video at the end of every month because it's just one video I can do every month. And actually favorites videos are pretty much some of my favorite videos to watch, so I figured I would start filming them because I love watching them and I like to create things that I would enjoy watching as well. So I guess if you don't read my blog though, and if you want to, it's lifeaccordingtofrancesca.com. The link is always in my bio. If you find me entertaining on here, you might find my blog post entertaining. So I'm just going to do that little plug because I think I forget to do that, and then I realize that my main platform is my blog and I never promote it. So that is that, and I guess I'm going to dive into my favorites because I have quite a few, not really a few, but you know how I talk, so I'm just going to dive right into it and start with the beauty items, I guess. And I actually don't have that many this month because, as you might know, I slow down on trying my makeup products, blah blah blah, I'm trying to save money, yada yada yada. We all know the story. So, but I do have 2 products to talk about, and the first one I should have grabbed before I started talking, so excuse me for 1 second. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Mario Badescu Drying Lotion. And I have the little plastic bottle. This is probably my 3rd or 4th, honestly. So it is my favorite like spot treatment. I've used different like salicylic acid ones and benzoyl peroxide, but those just stopped working for me quite a few years ago. And so I've been using this lotion. I used it a few years ago as well, or a couple years ago I guess, but I started reusing it because I get my breakouts around my mouth. Around like my period and stuff, so I just like to zap them when I can, and that does a really good job at making them disappear and stop being so like big and violent looking. It sort of, I mean, it dries them out, and then I'm just kind of left with a little bit of dry patch, which is what I use my Ole Henriksen walnut scrub to get rid of. So that is really great for getting rid of like bigger zits in about 1 or 2 nights. It kind of depends. Some people say overnight, but for me it definitely takes like a night or 2, sometimes 3 if it's super big. But yeah, I really like it, and it's fairly affordable for skincare, so I'm a fan. And the second thing I have is the Snow Fairy Body Conditioner from Lush, and my friend Hannah got this for me for Christmas and my birthday, and I was very confused. I thought it was just lotion at first, and I don't use lotion, which sounds controversial, but it makes me feel sticky. I don't like it. It feels heavy on me, and I would put on after the shower, and I shower at night, so I felt like I was like, my legs were sticking to my sheets, and I don't like it. But this is something that you use in the shower, so you basically lather it on in the shower after you wash yourself, and then you wash it off. But you still feel moisturized. It's the greatest thing in the whole world. I mean, I can still feel moisturized without having to keep it on my skin all night. Oh, it's fantastic. And also Snow Fairy is my favorite smell in the entire world. It smells like candy. Most people hate it, but I love it. So I really like this, and I'm kind of curious to see what their other body conditioners are like because I'm about halfway through this tub, and I really like using it especially on days that I shave my legs because it feels really nice afterwards. Those are my 2 beauty favorites. I wish I had more to talk about, but I don't, so I'm just going to go into fashion, which I also have to grab those too. I should really cut these parts where I'm grabbing them out, but it's kind of funny because it's I don't have anything in front of me. There's nothing here. There's a table in front of me, like a little bedside table, because I don't have a tripod because I suck. The first item I'm not going to be able to show in frame, but I will insert pictures here and maybe here, just for fun. So I have the Levi wedgie jeans, and that's what they look like. This is what the bottoms look like. I just dropped my notebook that has all of my favorites in it. It's chill. So, I'm gonna drop those and continue talking about them. So the wedgie jeans are pretty popular, I'm assuming. I've seen a lot of bloggers wear them and talk about them, so knowing me, I needed them, and also Levi jeans fit me really well, and I ended up finding them on Poshmark for $25. Didn't even have to offer $25. They were priced at $25, new with tags, still with the sticker on them. I was mind blown. I'm like, I want more pairs, but I'm not gonna, it's just, I got them for $25 instead of like, what, they're like $98. There's some on there like $60, which like isn't terrible compared to like the $100 price tag, but like $25, I'm not gonna get them for that cheap anymore, and I won't offer that low because that's just rude and inconsiderate. I was very surprised they had them priced that low. So, love my wedgie jeans. They fit me perfectly. I usually have problems, I wrote a whole blog post about this, so I don't feel like talking about it, but I have problems with jeans fitting me in the waist, and these fit me perfectly in the waist and thighs and the length, which is very rare. Usually they are either super long because I have to go up in the size to fit my thighs, but they're also too big in the waist usually, and these work perfectly everywhere. I don't know how, but they do, and I really appreciate it, and they're very comfortable, and they go well with everything, and they don't have any rips in them, which is very rare for jeans for me, so yes, I love those jeans very much. And if you read my blog, my second fashion favorite will probably not be a surprise. And that's right. We have my Public Desire hoop boots. I forgot the exact name of them. I think they're Public Desire. Yes, they're Public Desire. I got them on ASOS for like $36 a month or 2 months ago, I guess. But I've been wearing them so much this month. They make me so tall. They are so great to style with jeans and skirts and pants, and I love them so much. They are like this black velvet material, and I love the rings on the side. They are a little bit edgy and kind of just give a little more detail to an outfit, and I'm obsessed with them. I actually had to like consciously stop wearing them for my blog photos because I continuously wore them for so many that I feared that people would only assume that I sold every other shoe in my closet and only wore these, which is not true. But I love them, and I did get a lot of love from me in February and January as well. But yeah, those are great little boots. And now I have to pick up my notebook because I don't know what I'm talking about next, to be completely honest. Next, I'm going into books, and I read 2 books this month. I'm only going to talk about one, but I do want to mention I guess, well, I'm technically talking about 2 now, but I read Scrappy Little Nobody by Anna Kendrick, and I talked about this and the next book on my blog, so I'm not going to go too much about it, also because I don't know how to talk about books very well, so as you might know if you read my blog, I don't know what to say about them, besides the fact that I like them and they made me happy, and I read them very quickly. So yes, I read this on my train ride to New York a couple of weeks ago in one sitting. It was hilarious. If you like Anna Kendrick's tweets, you'll like this book. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it because I don't want to ramble about it, and I'll link my blog post where I talk about it down below. And the second book I'm talking about is The Royal We by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan, and this is a behemoth of a book. It's like 400 something pages, and I don't know how to talk about this book, honestly. I read it in about 6 or 7 hours on my train home from New York. And it was so funny and so entertaining. It kept me literally on the edge of my seat. I'm so happy no one sat next to me for like the last 5 hours. Well, the last 5 hours of me reading this book. I think I sat next to somebody for like the first hour and a half or something. And I went through a face journey. It's so good. I don't particularly care about anything to do with the royal family. I'm not gonna lie. Please don't hate me. I think Prince Harry is very, 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 very attractive. And Meghan Markle is my queen, but I don't care much. Like the first royal wedding, I watched the middle episode about it, and that's about it. But this book is so good. I mean, people just call it Kate and Will fan fiction, but like I don't care. It's entertaining. It's funny. I really enjoyed it, and honestly, I'm just gonna link that blog post down below because I don't know how to describe the plot to this book. There's a lot going on. It's got some drama and some comedy and some romance, and I love it. So that was my favorite book that I read this month, but I did want to talk about Scrappy Little Nobody as well because it was a good book. I just feel bad that I read it in the same trip as this book because this book was just super, super, super entertaining, and I understand why everybody kept recommending it to me and why it's on some people's favorites lists. So that is The Royal We, and that was my last book favorite of the month. So now we're moving into entertainment. I guess books would be entertainment too, but I'm moving into one TV show, and I'm actually talking about one movie which I literally just watched. I finished it like 10 minutes ago. So the show I'm going to talk about though is The Good Place, and it's with Kristen Bell, and it is so good. My mom was watching it and kept telling me to watch it, and I never did. And then I was bored like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I don't remember. And there was nothing to watch on YouTube. And I tried watching 2 shows on Netflix. I don't want to say which ones they are because I personally did like the first episodes, and normally if I'm not into the first episode, I find it very difficult to continue, which I know isn't a fair judgment because the first episode is not always the best episode, but alas, if I wanted to spend my time watching something, I wanted to make sure I was engaged from the start. So I was on Hulu and I saw that The Good Place was on there, and I was like, well, there are only 22-minute long episodes and they're short seasons, which is usually the key to getting me to watch it because my attention span is not fantastic with TV shows, and yeah. So I did. I watched it all 2 seasons in so like 26 episodes in about 24 hours, I think. The plot twist. I don't want to spoil anything, but that show is it's just funny and clever, and I got really worried with the second season because I thought, I'm like, how are they going to keep doing this? And they did it. Oh, I don't know. I really enjoy the show. So anyways, if you have considered watching it, I highly recommend it, and even if this is hypocritical to my own, I guess, method of watching TV, if the first episode and second episode didn't capture you, just keep watching it. I promise it will get funnier and greater, and it's so great. And there's a Maya Rudolph cameo in the second season, and she is fantastic in her role. So anyways, highly recommend watching that. And the second entertainment favorite I'm talking about is a movie I literally just watched on Netflix called When We First Met. I don't even know the name of the movie. I really should have Googled that. I'm going to Google it right now on my phone. It has terrible ratings, but I really enjoyed it. That usually is the, I guess, the criteria I need for movies is that they have terrible ratings. Because this one is 6.5 on IMDb, 36% on Rotten Tomatoes, 2 out of 5 stars on something called Common Sense something, but 90% of Google users like this movie. I don't know how many people is part of that 95%, but I am. I really enjoyed it. It has Alexandra Daddario, I think that's how you pronounce her last name. She was in Percy Jackson, I believe, and her hot brother is in that one TV show that I don't know the name of, but he's very attractive. And Robbie Amell is in it. I mean, we all know how attractive he is. And Adam Levine, I never learned how to pronounce his name. I'm so bad. If you might notice, I mispronounce a lot of things just because, I don't know. I'm just taking it as people mispronouncing my name for literally years. So people can mispronounce my name, I can mispronounce other people's names. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I really should have looked at it for this video. I think it's DeVine though, because it's not like Adam Levine. No, it is like Adam Levine. Maybe it's not like Adam Levine. I mean, it's Adam DeVine. God, I should Google these things. And Shelley Hennig is in it, and that's who that was! King Bach is in it! He was a Viner. I knew he looked familiar. Anyways, I'm going off track on this one, but basically I'm just going to read the synopsis for this because I'm not going to be able to describe it. After spending a night with the girl of his dreams only to become just friends, the man gets the opportunity to travel through time and alter that night over and over again until he gets everything perfect. So, yes, it's one of those time travel movies, but we all know that you can't, if you change things in the past, everything's gonna get messed up. So, it's I thought it was cute. Apparently, the rest of the critics did not think it was as cute as I did, but I enjoyed it. It was funny. I really like Shelley Hennig. She was in Teen Wolf, which I never finished watching because did I even stop watching Teen Wolf? It just got a little confusing. I also just stopped watching Riverdale too, like a month ago because I missed an episode, then I missed 2 episodes, and then it just got so bizarre. That's like an anti-favorite. But I don't like talking about anti-favorites unless it's like something that just was really, I mean, whatever. I'm rambling, blah 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 blah. Anyways, so I have like 2 more favorites technically. And we're gonna talk about them before I continue on about Teen Wolf and Riverdale and things that aren't part of my I almost just said 2017 favorites. No, this is my February favorites. So the last things I'm going to talk about are music, and I do my monthly playlist on my blog, so I will link my February playlist down below because there are tons of songs in there that I really enjoyed, but specifically I'm going to talk about SZA's album Control, because yes, I'm still listening to it. I started listening to it in October and I'm continuing to listen to it in February. It's so good. It gets better every time I listen to it, honestly. Like, it's so raw and real and so good to drive to. Makes me like emotional driving though, but I don't know. It's like again, like the Royal We, it makes me go on a face journey. A very different kind of face journey though. But yeah, this month I've been listening to The Weeknd a lot. But also I've continued to listen to Prom and Supermodel. And she also has a song called Quicksand that is on the Insecure Season 2 soundtrack, which I also been listening to this month. But yeah, SZA's album Control is still a favorite many, many months later, and I just want to talk about it in a video because I already talked about it in the video, actually. Didn't I talk about her in my 2017 favorites? It's okay. Sometimes I like the same things, and that might happen from time to time because, I don't know, why not talk about things that you like multiple times, just so people know that you really do enjoy it. And the last favorite, we'll talk about this one last. And I've been listening to Last Hope by Paramore a lot. Didn't know the song existed until I watched it I didn't watch it, but Carly and Contro and Aaron Guilfoyle, they were from the Vlog Squad, David Dobrik, blah, blah, blah. I was watching them their vlogs. Aaron said she was listening to this song, didn't know it existed, looked it up. It's on their self-titled album from a couple years ago. It's so good. Again, makes me really emotional. And I believe Aaron said it made her cry. It hasn't made me cry yet, which is very surprising because I do cry a lot. I actually cried yesterday. What was I watching yesterday? I was watching Louise Pentland's video where Baby Darcy meets Baby Pearl. Oh, I was sobbing. Straight up sobbing. This has nothing to do with my favorite video. Actually, that is one of my favorite videos from this month. I really enjoyed that video from Louise Pentland, and I will link it down below. And I guess I will list off some of my favorite YouTube channels from this month too. And I watched a lot of Casey Neistat this month, which I've watched his videos from time to time, but never sat down to watch many of them, and I watched quite a few this month, so Casey Neistat videos. And Carly and Aaron, they both have separate vlog channels, but I also watched their combined vlog channel. I will list all three of those down below because they have also been entertaining me this month, as well as Zoella's new vlogs. She started vlogging her meetings and stuff about her like behind the scenes for products and whatnot, and I'm really enjoying them. It's really fun to see the behind the scenes of what she does, and I think it's really great for people who don't understand what content creators do to see that yes, she does things other than film and edit videos. Like, she is a businesswoman. It's very interesting. So, yeah. This video is going to be super duper long. I am very sorry, but if you sat through it, thank you so much. You are a trooper. And if you want to see any specific videos, again, leave them in the comments below or shoot me them on social media or an email. I don't care how you do it. And yeah, because I would love to make things that you also want to see other than me selfishly choosing what I want to see and what to film. So, yeah, I'm just going to end this video because it's 1,000 billion minutes long and just say goodbye, and I will see you next time. And also, if you want to subscribe, click the red button wherever it is down in one of these little things because I would love to see you again. Alright, see you next Saturday. Bye!